Hi everyone, it's Torko. Long time no see. What happened is I broke my old camera. It's like completely broken. So I couldn't record any video and I was waiting for my new camera to come and it arrived yesterday. So I'm shooting this video with my new camera, the same model but new camera. So today is a little bit special day because today is my 3-year morning routine anniversary. I started my morning routine first time back in August 7th, 2017 and today is August 7th, 2020. So it's been 3 years. Yeah. I woke up at 4:30 every morning. Sometimes I had a hard time to wake up, sometimes I woke up late, sometimes I had to skip the routine, sometimes I had to beat on myself about that. I mean, that all happened, but anyway, I am still keeping the routine and after 3 years, I am still trying to keep that promise that I made to myself and I think that feels really good. Yeah. I have all those like morning journals that I've been keeping for the last 3 years. It's not that I also kept the journal every morning. Sometimes I couldn't keep it, so it's not like every single day. But anyway, it's stacked up. For the last 3 years, since I started morning routine, of course, there have been a lot of tangible changes. For example, you know, we bought a house and I published a book and I switched my job and I achieved my desired income, for example. And we got green card and I started to study English again and then I feel slightly more confident with my English. So yeah, there have been tangible changes like that, but there are also some lessons that I learned and I wanted to share that with you all. So shall we start? So one thing that I feel very often during my morning routine is something fun in life often comes from curiosity. Your curiosity may be something very big, like what is Big Bang Theory? Where is humankind going? You know, things like that. It could be a gigantic curiosity, but it could start very small, I think. And also it could be about yourself. 3 years ago, it looked impossible to buy a house for us in the Bay Area. And then I started questioning myself, is it really impossible? Is there any way that we could try? I always wanted to publish my own book. Like, I felt always shy and inadequate about my writing for some reason. But is there any publisher out there who can accept my manuscript? Is it possible? I am outside of Korea and how can I make it possible remotely? I didn't notice it, but that curiosity in my life started disappearing from some point and you know, I didn't do anything additional extra in my life but just keeping my job and I feel always tired still, right? But morning time kind of helped me recover that curiosity and made me try to find an answer for my own curiosity. And when I find that answer, I didn't like try, but it kind of naturally resulted in changes in my behavior. Does that make sense? For example, oh, there is a way to send a proposal, my book proposal to publisher. Then, you know, there is a way they get it by email and then I have a list of publisher. Then I can take some action, like for example, okay, let's make the book proposal properly and then send it to publishers. So that was really fun. As you take an action, you know, you see some different things happening around you and it was very exciting and fun. Yeah, I think that fun, that sense of fun or that excitement was the driving force that helped me keep this routine for the last 3 years. Second thing is doing something consistently is one of the biggest gifts that you can give to yourself. Not only the morning routine I'm saying here, if you are doing some exercise on a regular basis, I think that's really good. Or if you are a super busy person but you carve out like small amount of time for learning something and then you are doing it consistently, I think that's also huge. For me, it was a morning routine. I tried to do it consistently. Of course, there were bad days. I couldn't wake up for some reason. I was busy, I was tired, or I was lazy, or I was making excuses. You know, there are days that I had to skip the routine. I had to skip, or I decide to skip, or whatever. I skipped. Anyway, I ended up skipping the routine. Then coming back, right, on the next day. And then you practice that. And then you see the big picture. Of course, there are rainy days, but you've been trying hard. I didn't notice that, but I'm looking back and that gives me a lot of self-efficacy. Like for example, I want to do something, but it feels a little bit far goal, but I feel like, yeah, if I put my time and my mind in, I could do that, I could achieve that. You know, that kind of self-efficacy is there. It may be a little bit different analogy, but in statistics, to measure the reliability, you look at consistency, right? You see if you can come up with the same thing over and over and over, and then that's kind of the evidence of reliability. It may be a little bit different, but I think a similar thing holds true in life. It could be a small thing, like waking up early, 30 minutes early in the morning. You do it repeatedly, and then you see yourself doing it over and over, and then in the end, based on that, you can trust yourself. You become reliable to yourself. And then with that self-trust, I think we can try a lot more things and we can have a lot more fun, given the circumstance and, you know, given the situations. And lastly, done is better than perfect. Absolutely. There have been a lot of days like this. I wanted to wake up at 4:30 and I opened my eye and look at the watch and it was already like 5 a.m. so I am 30 minutes late. So you have to make a decision at that point, right? Am I gonna wake up and still do the routine, or am I gonna just like keep sleeping and just give up entire routine, right? Sometimes I lost that fight and I just slept through. Sometimes I decide to wake up and then do just a part of the routine. Even if I didn't complete the entire routine, let's say that I woke up at 5 and then I did as much as I could, and you know, it always felt better in that way, right? There is this mind, oh my gosh, it's already 5 a.m. it's already messed up, let's give up. That's like the perfectionism, but that's not really healthy perfectionism there, right? So by putting down the perfectionism, I think actually you can do a lot better and a lot more. I'm still working on it, but I try to put it aside a little bit, and then even if it's not perfect, I try to just keep showing up every morning to my desk with my journals. I think in the end, it gives you some kind of resilience. So when situation is not perfect, you may be a little bit away from the routine for a while, but you can keep coming back a little bit more easily. You know, you don't need to feel nervous about being away because you know you can come back. And that kind of resilience, I think, grows by, I think, embracing a little bit of imperfectionism. That's my thoughts. Yeah. It's been sometimes hard, sometimes tedious, sometimes good. Yeah, I cannot say that it's been all good, you know. Sometimes it felt challenging, but I'm thinking that I want to keep this routine for the next 3 years, absolutely. So I think that's a positive thing, right? I'm very excited to see what's ahead of me, what's gonna happen in 3 years. I'm sending all the good vibes to you who are doing this, who are thinking about doing this, or who have been doing this. Fighting. All right, Friday, time to go do some work and wrap things up to start the weekend. Have a great weekend, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. Bye bye.